let's talk my low buy slash no buy year. I don't really know what the difference is. So I guess it's just a low buy because I'm not being like as strict with myself as I've seen some people be. I am a chronic overspender. At the time of filming, I'm 6 days into this and it's killing me. And I didn't realize, I know that I love shopping. I know that I love buying things, but I don't think I realized just how bad it got, because literally 6 days in and I feel like this is the hardest thing that I've ever done. I want to start by talking about why I want to do this. At the end of every month, I have a moment where I think about how much money I could have in my bank account if I hadn't bought all the things that I don't even use anymore. And it hurts my feelings bad. So I'm just interested to see. I also don't want to rely on shopping to like bring me the happiness that it brings me. I want to be able to find that in other things and have a little bit more delayed gratification in my life as opposed to instant gratification. After watching a ridiculous amount of TikToks and YouTube videos of other people doing this and creating their guidelines for themselves, I decided to sit down and create my guidelines and how this was going to work for me and how this was going to work for me in a sustainable way, because I knew that if I just sat down and I said, okay, no more spending money for you, that wasn't going to work. I was going to slip up. It was going to get 2 weeks in and I was going to get bored and I was going to get over it. So I was like, how can I make this work for me? The first two are pretty similar. The first one is no buying clothing unless something needs to be replaced. This is pretty relevant in my life, I will say, because I have 2 puppies who, there she is, who love to destroy my things. And so I would say like it's pretty common that like a pair of pants of mine gets ripped to shreds. So I'm just not buying anything on top of that. Like if my favorite jeans get ripped, I'm gonna replace them, but no extra things. The second one, which is similar, is no skincare or makeup unless I run out of what I'm using. So replacements are okay. I feel like I have products at this point that I really love and that really work for my skin. My makeup routine is really like locked into place right now. I am somebody who very much like falls for the TikTok trends and every video that's like my 5 top makeup products that I cannot live without. I'm like, well, I probably can't live without them either. Let me go to Sephora and buy all of them right now. No more of that. Along those lines too, something that's helping me with this is when I'm scrolling, inevitably when I'm scrolling, I'm hitting the like I am not interested in this type of content button on videos like that, which hurts my heart because I love watching videos like that, but all it does is make me want to buy products and wish that I had that person's product, and oh, maybe my skin would look like that person's skin if I just used this one product that they're swearing by. One of the ones that I almost fell for recently is the Hailey Bieber, the Medicube device that like shocks your face, I guess. See, like, I don't even know what it does. But then I saw a dermatologist like make a video about it, and she was like, this product does like help a little bit, but it's certainly not a game changer. And I was like, okay, like glad I didn't buy it. But just things like that, like those videos always reel me in, and suddenly I'm spending $100 on a whole new skincare line when I already like the skincare that I have. No shoes unless mine are destroyed. This is another one that I struggle with. I love to buy a pair of sneakers. So, and again, like my dogs will destroy them. So if a pair of shoes that I currently have gets destroyed, I can replace them, but I'm not buying anything new. I have enough. No coffee, drinks, or food out unless it's social. I don't want to say no to like getting coffee with people or getting lunch with somebody. So I'm allowed in a social setting, no fast food, no Chipotle, like none of those things because mom said there's food at home. No new technology. This one will also be difficult for me, even though I feel like it shouldn't because it's such big purchases, but I somehow end up buying new things every single year. And just in the last couple months, I had to buy a new laptop and a new iPad. So I'm not buying. I have a newer phone. I have my laptop, my iPad. I have an Apple Watch that works perfectly fine. I don't need new technology. And along with this, I'm doing no new subscriptions for my technology, which is something that I fall for quite a lot. I love a subscription-based app, but I'm not letting myself do it. All the subscriptions that I have in place, I'm allowed to keep. Like my GoodNotes subscription is one that I use, my Hatch subscription, but I'm not adding anything onto that. No purchasing stickers for my iPad, like no purchases concerning my technology. The next one I have is only functional house things. So we only moved in here a few months ago. We're still working on decorating and getting all of our, not even decorating, just like getting all of our furniture in and making sure we have like all the supplies that we need. So I'm allowed to buy things like that, like cleaning supplies, household supplies, furniture. We've been really lucky to find good stuff at like thrift stores and from family members. So that's been really monumental in saving money on the house, but I'm not letting myself buy like prints for the walls or just like fun blankets, like any like decorative things. That stuff can wait. I mean, we literally don't even have like a dining room table yet, so the rest of the fun stuff can wait. Another one that's really difficult for me, but like it's easy to do, but it's just hard for me, is no new books. I read quite a lot. I have a Kindle that gives me instant access to any book that I want to read at the tip of my fingers. But I also have a library card, and you can get library books downloaded onto the Kindle. It's just that sometimes you have to wait a little bit. Sometimes some of them will be on hold, and that's like, I'll always check the library first, but if I have to wait like a week, I'm like, no chance I'm spending the $14 on this Kindle book right now. And that adds up. So no new books. I have a library card. I can go to the library if I want a physical book. I can download a library book onto my Kindle. There's ways to make this work. No new books. Two things that I'm doing to keep this, to like kind of keep myself accountable and keep myself in check. One is I'm creating a wish list. My birthday's in March, so from now till then, anything that I want, I'm writing down on a list, and it's gonna be what I asked for my birthday. By the time my birthday comes around, I bet I look at that list and can erase almost everything on it, because most of the things that I want to buy are, like I said, like the newest skincare trend, the newest makeup trend, that will not be a trend in a month, and I'll just want like what I have and what I use every day. So I'm writing everything down so that eventually I can get it if I really still want it. Also, I'm writing down every single purchase that I make every day. I write every single day what bills are coming out. I did that at the beginning of the month where I just like went through and was like, what subscription comes out what day. And then the green circles are just where I write at the end of every day how much I spent that day, and that keeps me pretty accountable too. Like even for the things that I am allowed to buy, I'm like, damn, like I don't want to write that I spent $200 today. So that's been helping so far. And also I'm just writing down every single purchase that I make, just so I'm more aware of where my money is going and how much I'm actually spending. Because it's kind of embarrassing. Like when I sit down at the end of the day and I'm like, oh, I spent this much money on clothes today. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel bad. It's motivation to be able to write down the next day that I spent less. In terms of keeping this sustainable for me as somebody who is a chronic overspender and very addicted to shopping, I am giving myself rewards, materialistic rewards, at the end of every month that I make it through, following all of my guidelines and my rules. These are things such as a Starbucks gift card. Since I'm not letting myself go get Starbucks or fast food, if I know that I make it through this month, I get that at the end, and then I can use that to go through the drive-through. Also, $50 Sephora gift card. Since I'm not letting myself buy skincare and makeup, that's my fun money. That's what I have to go spend that money and kind of scratch that itch. A new pair of shoes. It's all basically things that are gonna motivate me and gonna make me be able to get through this. And those things, spending money once a month on those little treats, is still gonna be spending way less money than if I was just spending regularly how I was. I eventually would like to get to a place where consumption isn't my motivation, but knowing where I am right now and just knowing myself very intimately, that's what's gonna work for me. Little treats as a reward is what's gonna motivate me to take control of my spending and get me through. Another thing that has been a motivating factor for me, which I heard in a few different TikToks and really kind of helped me shift my perspective into like actually wanting to do this and not feeling like it was just like a chore and inconvenient, is I am always saying to myself, well, I deserve a treat. Like, I deserve to go through and get, you know, this coffee drink, or I deserve to go buy myself makeup, or I deserve to get this top. What I really deserve is financial freedom, and what I really deserve is to not feel stressed about my spending every single day. What I deserve is to know where my money is going. I deserve a savings account with a lot of money in it. And so reframing from these like instant gratification, tiny little prizes to this like big idea, like I deserve a retirement fund and I deserve to like be able to travel when I want to travel. That has been really helpful. And that has been huge when I hear myself saying, well, again, like only 6 days in, but it's been tough. And I hear that voice saying, well, it's been a long day. Like, I deserve a coffee. And I hear this little voice in the back of my head being like, is that what you deserve? Is that the most important thing that you deserve? And then I go home and I make a coffee at home. And it's arguably better because I know how I like it and I made it myself. That's my low buy, no buy year. If anybody knows